Everyone knows what High Point Raceway looks like when all the pomp and circumstance is here for the National. This is what the track looks like 2 weeks earlier before all the work is done. But now we've got a beautiful place to race for round 3 of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship. Your coverage coming up next. It's the RaceRex Motocross Show on AllySports.com. Welcome to the RaceRex Motocross Show on AllySports.com. 40th anniversary tour of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, and this is the 35th annual Rockstar Energy Drink High Point National in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. Jason Wygant, Paul Lindsay on hand to bring you to your first East Coast event on this 12-race tour. And Paul, as you know, as being a rider, being a team manager, when you go east for the first time, it changes up a lot of things in this series.
Yeah, you know, we start the series off with 2 rounds, California and Texas. We talked about a lot of the guys having that Supercross hangover.
Yeah.
They've had a week off. We're on the East Coast now, and as Ricky Carmichael used to say in Supercross, starts at Daytona. Well, it starts right here in Mount Morris for the East Coast swing. We've got 4 in a row coming up. We'll see if these guys can get it in gear after this, I guess.
Yeah. If you don't have your situation figured out now, there aren't going to be off weekends to do it. And just talk about when you do come east, how it changes the soil composition and how you have to race.
Well, obviously, as you can see behind us, a little bit of rain, actually a lot of rain earlier.
Yeah.
I think the track could actually use it. It's going to be good as long as it doesn't rain tomorrow. Chance of scattered showers, I guess.
Right.
But the dirt is definitely different. Not as much topsoil as you see at some of the other harder tracks. Lakewood brings in a lot of dirt. Obviously, Hangtown, Texas, we saw the same. High Point, it is what it is. This is a classic outdoor track, and should be good and soft with this rain that we just had.
Yeah, the track guys said, hey, that just saved us a bunch of work. We were going to water it anyway. So they're feeling good. Speaking of feeling good, we got a birthday boy in the pits of the 450 class. Let's check in with Michael Byrne of the BTO Sports Butler Brothers Suzuki team.
It's my birthday today, but like we're out in the middle of nowhere here, like you said, and gonna go down to Morgantown tonight. Just go out to dinner, and I think we're gonna go check out Davey Coombs' restaurant, get a bite to eat, and go to the hotel and go to sleep. That's about it for my birthday today. No, I definitely like High Point. Last year didn't go so well for me, but the few years before that have been really good. Last year I got hit with a rock in the hand, and when I fell and broke a bone in my hand. So just trying to forget about that one. I've had a lot of good moments here, so hopefully just try and carry that into tomorrow and see how we go.
All right, that's Byrne. He's trying to break into the top 10, and early in the series, you know that there's a lot of guys healthy, a lot of guys going for it, so the top 10 is very dense with talent. We had a week off that you touched on, and I think that puts a lot of pressure on Ryan Villopoto. Everyone is wondering, okay, now that he's had a week off, are we going to see the Ryan Villopoto we're used to seeing? So there's some pressure there on the number 2.
Well, obviously, the 3 championships that he didn't get hurt in, he won 3 in a row right out of a rookie year from amateurs. Championship. Then he was hurt in 09, hurt in 2010, so we'll see what he can do here. Obviously, we talked about Ryan Dungey getting in gear, second round in after the Supercross championship last year. As we talked about, he's already 21 points down on Reed. He needs to get moving here at the 3rd round of Mount Morris.
Yeah, so we've never seen Villopoto just be irrelevant. Like you said, he's either been winning or not here. So that's an interesting situation. You got a couple other guys. We're hearing Christophe Pourcel not racing, although you said you saw his bike go through tech, so we still don't know.
We never know. You know, those crafty Frenchmen, they like to be mysterious, so we'll see if he's here or not. The word is he's not, but I saw his bike go through tech, so.
And I just saw Michael Leslie walk through this tunnel that's right underneath us right here, and he said it's a game-time decision. I would not be surprised to see the number 800 in the gate. So you throw in more talent, you throw in a week off so everybody get better. Should have some good racing in that class. It's going to be fun.
It'd be great to see Alessi back out here. Don't forget we'll have Trey Kennard back soon as well.
Yep.
And, Davey Millsaps is riding well. Brett Metcalf quietly sitting in 5th place in points, I believe, only 8 out of 3rd. So things are tight, but the surprise leader, maybe not a surprise to him, but 21 points out front. Chad Reed, be careful, guys. He could run away with this thing.
That's a big point lead early, but like we're saying about Byrne trying to get that top 10, that's a lot of guys in there. Now let's transition over to the 250 class. I think a bit of a surprise. Didn't have much of a Supercross series at all, but he's in the mix to try to get a podium on the 250. Let's talk to Star Racing's Gareth Swanepoel.
Yeah, Texas was pretty good. Well, good and bad. We had in the first race I was 4th, which I was really happy with, and then unfortunately in the second race I didn't get a very good start. and managed to come through the pack to 7th, and unfortunately with basically 2.5 laps left I had some technical difficulties and couldn't finish the race, so that was a pity, but overall I think Texas was a big step forward for me. Yeah, it's obviously my first time here at High Point, and just had a quick track walk, and it looks really good. It's it's had quite a bit of rain today, but I think the track looks really good. It looks like the rain all washes down into the valley, so that looks good. And then I think the track layout looks really nice. The elevation, the up and down hills, all the jumps. It looks quite technical. It's off canvas, so I'm really looking forward to it. Pretty humid. That's quite difficult to get used to. Especially with me living in California, the heat's always dry. So when you come out of race here on the East Coast, it's always humid. And I don't know what to expect tomorrow. They said there could be some big thunderstorms. So I'm not really too phased with the weather. I'll just take it as it comes.
All right, that's the veteran from South Africa. Had a 4th in the first moto at Texas last week. Had bike problems in the second moto, so he's looking to rebound and maybe put it on the podium overall. The only riders who've been doing that consistently right now are Dean Wilson and Tyler Rattray. They've got big points leads already, 2 races in.
Yeah, that red plate, I love the red plate thing, by the way. It looks really cool on that number 15 Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. And the other South African, Tyler Rattray, the guy that everybody, including myself, seems to underestimate. He wins races, he does it quietly, and he's right in the thick of things.
And there's some other riders who are kind of waiting to get going here, and you mentioned it, starting with the Supercross guys.
Yeah, where are our East and West Lights champions? Obviously, Barsha and Tickle figured to be a factor outdoors. Tough start for them in the first 2 rounds. I'm sure they're both looking to hit the reset button here and get into this championship.
Yeah, and you came up with an interesting point. We were bench racing before. To give you an idea of how wide open this class is, no matter who wins, something is going to change in the sport, right?
That's right. I love the numbers, the red plate thing. I'm a geek for that. Mathis, that's for you. We're going to have a new single-digit guy at the end of the series. There are no former champions in this class, so the winner is going to be a first-time champ, and he's going to get the honor of having a single-digit next year, so that should be cool. All
right. Well, folks, got to be very careful here to figure out how to watch all this racing on TV. The 450 class second moto will be on NBC Sunday at 4 Eastern. I think they've got some hockey game or something like that on, so we can't show the race live. I guess it's important to some people. Speed will show the second 250 moto on Saturday night, and of course the first motos are always live right here on AllySports.com and on Fuel TV. So again, Fuel TV first motos live starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time right here from Pennsylvania. 250 second moto on Speed Saturday night, 450 second moto on NBC Sunday afternoon. If you can't follow all that, just go to AllySports.com, click the link, you can find your TV schedule there. We're all good. Paul Lindsay will bring you back a little bit tomorrow for a little analysis, but overall should be a good weekend here.
I just hope the rain stays away. And either way, I guess there's a few guys in the pits probably praying for rain right now.
Yeah, some of the most legendary events here have happened in the mud, so it'll work rain or shine. For Paul Lindsay, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching the RacerX Motocross Show on AllySports.com. We'll see you tomorrow.